Hey, what's going on, folks? Takoya Carlton here, and of course, this is my nightly chit chat with you. Just kind of go over some stuff that's on my mind, things that just pop up. So we just like to kind of have this conversation with you and talk a little business, personal, relationship, you name it. I just like having great conversation, and so I'm gonna tonight we're gonna talk about the time to start that business is now, right? And I'm gonna go right into it because right now we know that the end of the year is fastly approaching, right? We got a few more weeks of this month, and I know everybody's scrambling to get gifts and hang out with family coming in, flying out to see family. I know there's a lot of distractions right that's hindering you for really just thinking about and closing this year out strong because again the focus is on the 25th. The focus is on New Year's party, where we're going to go at, whose house, what concert, what club or whatever. See guys, that's great, but in the meanwhile we need to be thinking about what are we doing for the next couple weeks that's going to enhance what happens in 2023. I think that's more important than worrying about who's the party with, where's the house at, how much money can I spend in gifts. Well, maybe this year isn't the year to really go all out and buy thousands of dollars in gifts and getting in credit card debt and all that stuff. Maybe this isn't the year. Maybe it's the year of basically planting your seed, right? Maybe it's that time. Maybe it's time to plant your seed for 2023, 24, 25, right? So again, we know we can plant our seeds and we can cultivate that over the next year, 2 years, 3 years, and it can turn into so much more. It can blossom into something a lot bigger than what we ever imagined it could be. So again, here's what I want you to understand, guys. Over the next couple of weeks, you can start that business. You can do it. And I know you say, well, I need, more experience, or, I need help, or I need finances, I need income, all this stuff. Guys, listen, I was always taught this. You work full time on your job, part time on your fortune. What am I saying? I'm saying again, work your job, but work your job with the mindset that I'm going to build my business when I'm not at the job. And so here's how that works. Let me share that dynamic with you. So first of all, when I say work full time your job, part time your fortune, let's just say that your schedule is from 9 to 5 every day, right? You go to work from 9 to 5, right? So again, what I'm saying is the job is 9 to 5. We understand that because what does that do? That pays the bills. That keeps you on time. That keeps you cool with the creditors, all that stuff, right? It takes care of the family, right? So again, we got to do those things in the midst of looking to build our business, looking to build our brand, looking to take our income levels and our businesses to another level. So again, here's what I'm saying. 9 to 5, you work your job, right? From 5 to 9, again, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., you work your business. Y'all getting this? And you say, well, no, when I get out of work, I'm just tired, or, I got things to do. I got to feed the kids. Got it. Here's what I want you to understand. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. Let me just say that. And would you agree there's some people who are a lot more successful in their lives with their 24 hours than our 24 hours that we have? Right? So some people figured it out, if that makes sense. And so I'm asking you to figure it out. So no matter if you got the kids going on, the church going on, the functions, the kids games, all the stuff that can get in the way, right, of you obtaining those things. Those are called distractions, right? And I know those are distractions because, again, I know we want to make sure the kids play basketball and football and cheerleading and dance and all that. We know we want to do those things for them. But what I'm saying is we have to start learning to do it around it. So maybe 5 to 9 p.m. wouldn't work for you because again, you can't give up a whole, 4 hours towards your business. I get it. So what I'm saying is in the midst of, hey, I work my job 9 to 5, 5 to 9, I work my business. In the midst of that, hey, I got, scheduled in, my son's baseball game, basketball game, all this stuff, all that stuff is scheduled in there. But here's what you're going to do. Maybe you start off with 1 hour. Maybe you don't have the 4 hours to work with. Maybe it's just the 1 hour that you say, you know what? I'm going to put everything I can, everything within me, everything I have within me, I'm going to put it into that 1 hour. What that 1 hour does for you, it gives you back your time. It starts to buy back your time, right? So again, you can maybe, hey, work your business 1 hour. Hey, listen, I just tell you a story of one of my friends. His name was William Crawley. And he was a friend of mine. He was part of a business that I was in a long time ago. And of course, he worked a full-time job. Of course, bills were, due. So you got to pay the bills, right? We can't lose the home. We can't lose the car in the midst of trying to get what it is that we dream for, hope for, right? So again, he worked his job full time. I mean, overtime, all that stuff. But what he did was he committed to at least 1 hour a day. And let me share this with you because again, I know some people say, "Hey, when I get off at 5, I got so much to do, and by the time I do that, I'm worn out." Okay, here's what he did. He didn't have the time to build his business, on his 9 to 5. But what he did have is he had a lunch break every day. So let me ask you something real quick. What are you doing with your lunch break? Are you just enjoying lunch? Are you just going to lunch? Are you going out with the co-workers to go lunch, eat, and all that old stuff? Here's what he did. It was another partner, his upline support chain, his sponsor, Mr. Jorik Battle, and then of course myself. We were all full time doing this business at that time, right? And what he did was in that 1 hour lunch break that he had me and Mr. Battle readily available every single day. When I say every day, he had an appointment scheduled every single lunch break. So he wasn't hanging out with the co-workers. He wasn't chopping up, laughing, get all that stuff. He was working on getting job free. He was working on, getting free from the job so he can go out and do what he really wanted to do. So that's what I'm telling you. See, guys, we just got to find a way. We just got to tweak some of the things that we're doing. So again, if the job is in the way, hey, it's got to be for now. But when you get off, hey, mindset shift. I am no longer an employee. I am now a bona fide business owner. So again, when you're not working, matter of fact, if it was me, I'm always a bona fide business owner, even if I'm on someone else's clock, if that makes sense. And so again, maybe you say, well, look, I go to work at 9 o'clock in the morning. Maybe I have a quick breakfast in the morning. Maybe I have a 8 to 8:30 breakfast brunch with someone just to share what I'm doing, the opportunities or things of that nature. So again, we got to find those times that we can negotiate through our day to get it done, because there's no better time than the present, no better time than now to get your business started, to go do what you want to do, create your brand, do those things that you keep on talking about year after year after year. And people saying, you know what, man, you'll never do it, right? Even friends are already saying, you know what, they've given up on you, right? Because, oh, yeah, he always says, or she always says she's going to do it, but you just never do it. Well, this is the year that we change that. This year coming up, 2023, is when we change that. And so, again, I want you to get in the mindset that, again, in the next couple of weeks, I am putting together a blueprint. I'm putting together this thing that's going to take me to where I want to go. It may not happen next year. It may not happen the year after that. But what I do know is that you're putting a blueprint together so it can come to fruition. See, it never happens until we put something together. We've got to put some type of blueprint together. We've got to put some goals together. We got to hit some checkpoints along the way, right? 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 9 months from now, 12 months from now, right? 24 months from now, where will we be? What are those steps? And then, of course, as one of my business partners, one of my mentors, Mr. Ali Madai, will always say is that once you know where you want to go, you got to reverse engineer it, right? So you say, well, you know what? In the next 2 years, I'm going to work full-time on my job, part-time on my fortune. And of course, I'm going to work very part-time on my fortune because I really don't have a lot of time. I got an hour, 2 hours here and there. I got 30 minutes here or there. I got 15 minutes here or there. Use that time to build your fortune, to build that business, block that you're looking for to take to the next level. So again, guys, I just want to share that with you because some of us are too caught up in the season, right? Some of us are too caught up in shopping and getting out there and all the stuff that goes around right now that we're not thinking about the future. We're not thinking about tomorrow. One of the things my dad would always say is that, because being young, we always think that we have all the time in the world, right? I'll get to it. I'm not in a rush. We say things like that, but is that right? We don't know. I mean, life, isn't promised to us. Tomorrow isn't promised to us. Some of us are already seeing our immortality, right? That again, any day we could be one. Our number could be called. And so when I say that, I'm saying stop thinking you have time and go do it right now. And I know you said, well, I don't have the money. Again, as I said before, I don't have the tools in place. I don't have this and this in place. I don't have anyone helping me. Well, you know what? Sometimes you have to, help yourself. You have to participate in your own rescue. So if there is no one to help you, there's no one to coach you and mentor you, sometimes you got to go get that for yourself, right? So we can't always be dependent on someone and stopping our success, stopping our happiness, stopping, the things that we could be grateful for or great in because we're waiting for someone else to hold our hand and take us down that road, right? Going down the yellow brick road with somebody. We don't have to do that. We're all adults here. And for those who are kids who are listening to this, you don't have to wait for mom or dad to say, hey, you can start a business. Hey, mom and dad, I want to start a business and I've already started saving some money, right? I've been saving my allowances. So again, it's not about, waiting for the perfect time because there is never a perfect time to start. Let me say that again for the folks in the back, those people back there. There is never a perfect time to start a business, to start anything. There's never a perfect time. Sometimes you just got to go do it and grow wings on the way down, right? It may be a little shaky, right? You may get a little turbulence, all that stuff, but at the same time, you're flying, right? And then you start to get calm and then it's just smooth sailing, right? That's what we want to do when we start doing our business, guys, is we want to have smooth sailing eventually, but in the beginning, we know it's going to be rocky. So I'm asking you to go ahead and fight through that adversity. Because again, when you start something, guys, it's not supposed to be easy. So don't stop thinking it's going to be easy. Stop thinking that, you know what? I got this thing figured out. And then as soon as that one thing pops up on you, you out the door. We can't keep doing that. Time is flying. This is your time. This is your year coming up. But it starts now. We can no longer wait. We can no longer talk about, I can't get started until May. I can't get started until the summer when my kids get out of school. We can't do that. Start now. Build it now. Build it in spite of everything that's going on around you, right? Sometimes we got to put these things on right here. These are called blinders. See, if you notice, right, you can't see to the left, you can't see to the right. So again, sometimes you have to put blinders on so that you can actually obtain that success you're looking for. See, nowadays there's so many things been thrown at us. Everybody's got a business for this. Everybody's got this, all this stuff out there. Sometimes you just need to stay in your lane. Sometimes you just need to stay in your lane. Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. Well, hey, Johnny over there made, $10,000 a month. Okay, great. Congratulations, Johnny. But I'm staying in my lane. I'm going to get my 10K months eventually staying in this lane. Stop going from company to company to company to company. It's time to stay focused on one thing and build it to something. That's how you do it. That's how you get great. That's how you inspire. That's how people start telling your story. That you stay committed to what you said you wanted to do long after the feeling you said it in has left you. That's how you get it. Stay focused. Don't let anybody sidetrack you. Stay focused. Can you stay focused with me? Give me a high five. Give me a high five. Right. Right over here. Right there. High five. Stay focused. So, guys, that's my deal for tonight. I thank you so much for taking time out to listen to us. But again, I'm going to do this every single night, Monday through Thursday, 9:30. Again, just like a TV show, I'll be here and I'm going to give you some great information, some pep talk, inspiration, motivation, all that stuff. But I'm also going to give you some how-tos as well so that you can start taking your businesses to the next level. So with that, guys, it's been a plum pleasing pleasure. I look forward to seeing you guys at the top, from the top, or over the top. Take care, take charge, and we'll talk to you soon.